So it's Friday, so hopefully you guys all have a fantastic weekend and are coming off of a great week. That's my hopes for you guys. Today, just so you guys know, today I picked up. Look at this. I picked up a whole bunch of new memory cards. Yep, just some SanDisk Extremes because I've been having some issues with some of my older cards where I've been having to do some of the videos like twice because I record and then one of the cards fails in the middle of a recording. So I was like, it's time to upgrade to some new cards. So we'll be trying these fine fellas out for our next videos starting tomorrow, I guess. Also, before I get into today's news, because it's good to have news. I don't know if you guys see that right there. Look at that. I have been playing. I bought a Moza Slypod E because it was on sale. It was like $200 or something like that. So I bought one of those, and I had previously bought the Moza Aircross 2. So I've been playing around with getting them to work with each other. So I may do a little video if you guys are interested in that little setup there. I actually have my M50, my Canon M50 on it because it's like one of the lightest cameras I have, so it's the easiest to kind of balance. But kind of fun actually, kind of cool. Today's news actually really short. There's not a ton of it out there, which is kind of good. Number one, for you fine Canon folks out there, camera folks, I guess, that like the Canon cameras. The R3, so as you can see here on Canon Rumors, the Canon EOS R3 will cost £6,100. So my curiosity says £6,100, if you were to convert that into good old Canadian dollars, $9,000. Yeah, $9,000 Canadian. No, none for me, thanks. That's no. And I get it. It's for people that are at that level of professionalism or are shooting photos and all this, and that's their way they make their living, and they need that level. Sure, it's an investment. I get it. What I'm hoping for, and this is my hope, I'm hoping that Canon decides, hey, we need to start investing some time in getting some cameras that are on the other end of the spectrum, because we haven't seen like a T series, like a Rebel series. We haven't seen, anything like an RP replacement. I was reading somewhere the other day or watching something, I can't remember, that the Canon EOS R is or may be being discontinued. And this is the camera that I shoot over here, which I actually just bought it this year, and it's great. Now it has some features or some crops in it that are limitations, but still fairly, I want to say budget friendly, but I'd like to see them get back into some announcements of something that's a little more along the price point of where the RP was, in that $1,000 range, because consumers aren't all high budget folks. We also like to spend less money and get some cool stuff. Canon, Sony, Nikon, whoever. Sony, though, I'll say Sony's got they did some good stuff in the last year, like the ZV-1, and that's usually my top camera. That's a fantastic little camera. I love it. And then they have the the ZV-E 010, ZV-10E, E10. I don't remember. It's basically the ZV-1 with interchangeable lenses and an APS-C sensor. Yeah, see, that's what we need more of that, and to pump those full of features. That's what we need. $6,100, $9,000 Canadian. Well, that's 6,100 pounds or euros. I can't even tell. Is it euros, pounds? Doesn't matter to me. You guys will tell me. But the big news today, and it didn't really matter where I went. I was looking all over, and you can see it here. Is this thing between Apple and Epic Games? If you weren't aware of it, Epic Games, of course, had their Fortnite on the App Store, and they were doing a you could buy an in-game stuff, but not through the App Store. You went to their site, and Apple was like, no, 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 no. That is against our terms and conditions. And Epic said, well, too bad. And then Apple said, fine, we're just going to remove your game from the App Store. And then they went to court. So I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a fair bit, but it looks like it all came out today. And it's kind of interesting depending on who writes the article and which kind of viewpoint it is, because some of the articles, it looks like Apple is being like, oh, it's a huge success, even though they're being told that they kind of have to change the App Store and allow apps and that to be able to point external for payment, right? And that's good and bad at the same time. Great that people will have options. Options are always good to where they spend their money, right? Do you want to spend it inside the App Store, or do you not want to spend it in the App Store? Maybe I can get a better deal if I go over here. So, you get that little bit of competition, which is great. But the App Store also really known for its security. So now that we're pushing out of this, do we lose some of that security, So, curious. Apple claimed it as a big win, though, right? So, it does look like, it says here, Epic is appealing Apple's resounding victory. And you may be wondering, well, why are they appealing? Well, over here, actually, in, it was 9 to 5. They had probably one of the best articles that I saw. And I encourage you guys to go over to 9 to 5 if you're interested in this at all. And basically, what does it say? Just over 3 months. This is what it took. The ruling reads, Apple Inc. and its officers, agents, servants, employees, and any persons, blah, blah, blah. Epic to pay Apple. So number one, Epic is to pay Apple. And this is probably where we are seeing that they're going to be going, they're going to take it back to court and be like, no, we would like to appeal this, right? Because this is a big one, actually. So, on the counterclaim in favor of Apple, so Apple's fired back, of course, because why wouldn't you? Epic Games shall pay, number one, damages in the amount equal to 30%, because that's what the App Store requires, 30% of whatever the app is making. 30% of the $12,167,719 in revenue. You're like, well, that's probably not horrible in regards to an amount. It would be for me, but for a company. But it also now has to pay 30% of any money that they made on this from October 2020 up until November, was it? No, sorry. Epic Games collected from users of Fortnite app through Epic Direct Payments between August and October 2020 plus 30% of any revenue from November 1st, 2020 through the date of judgment, which was just right now, right? So that could be a good chunk of money that they have to pay back to Apple. But if you take Epic out of the equation here and just think of it as a win for developers, I think so, right? So it's a win for developers for sure. Apple's statement said, today the court has affirmed what we've known all along. The App Store is not in violation of antitrust laws, as the court recognized such as success is not illegal. True, but they did also say that you had to change some of your rules, and Apple has been doing that over the last couple weeks for sure. We've seen that. So Apple always likes to spin it, even if they lose, they spin it in a positive. Hey, look, they agreed with us. But what we won't say is we also have to make changes. So kind of interesting in that aspect. Is Fortnite coming back to App Store? Did say that court said that it was 100% up to Apple. They have no legal rights or need to bring this back, and it's really up to them if they wanted to. It's completely at the control and at Apple's sole discretion. So could it be coming back? Maybe. We don't know. A lot of some legal stuff in here. So I encourage you guys, if you're interested in this at all, to head on over and take a gander. that's kind of it. Not a lot of news today. No, which is kind of all right. It's the weekend. Head on out, enjoy it, and we will see you guys back here on Monday again for this stuff. Tomorrow and Sunday there'll be tech reviews in the morning for you. Oh yes. Let me know if you think I should do a little thing on this gizmo back here, the Moza Aircross 2 and the Slypod. They just released a new Slypod Pro, so once I figure this one out, maybe I'll contact Moza and see if I can get one of the Pro versions. Supposedly it's more Pro. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell wherever it decides to show up, and we will see you guys well tomorrow morning. Later.